What's good, you guys? We're back here on another video. Today we're here to talk about the NBA champions, not the world champions, the Denver Nuggets. Now, if you've been living under the rock, you didn't understand that whole NBA and world champion thing. This that whole debate that's been going on for the last 2 days that's getting very annoying to see on Twitter and Instagram, and I'm getting very tired of hearing about it. I think the debate is pointless. I don't think it needs to be talked about. If you win the NBA champion, you're also the world champion. I don't care what you say, you're also the world champion. It's just been like that for years. So just because one random motherfucker wants to say it shouldn't be like that, I'm not going to change the way I think about it. The Denver Nuggets are the world champions of the well, they are the NBA world champions. So I don't care about this debate. But to talk about the Denver Nuggets, I really wanted to bring them up and talk about them because I wanted to discuss with y'all about them and their possibilities of repeating, because I don't know if they can do that. I don't know where I'm at, actually. I don't know where I'm on officially. I think it's 50-50, but let's get into it. Now, face value, their team is still very good. You have the best player in the world to some. I still think it's Giannis, but you have one of the best players in the world. You have one of the best sidekicks in the world, Jamal Murray. To me, I would say they have the best starting five. I think the starting five is very elite. I think it's them and the Celtics and the Clippers if they are healthy. But that starting five is Jamal Murray, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, and Jokic. It fits so perfectly. Like, everybody fits together. Everybody helps each other out. How Jokic helps Aaron Gordon out. How KCP helps out the guys on the perimeter because they're not as good of defenders as he is. How Jamal and PJ are those perimeter options when it comes to scoring. Like, they just fit so perfectly. And then we all know they probably have the best duo in the league with Jamal Murray and Jokic. They have the most unstoppable go-to in the league, and that is that pick and roll. We haven't seen somebody stop it yet, and I don't know if somebody will be able to stop it. But they obviously have a great top five. But then when it comes to that bench, that's where the questions come from, because I felt like a lot of teams have made some big additions. Like, we've seen the Lakers bring up a whole new surrounding pieces next to their stars. We've seen that with the Suns. We've seen the Timberwolves bringing guys like Shake Milton and those guys. I don't know why I brought up the Timberwolves, but we've seen the Clippers. Hopefully, if they're still healthy, we know they have probably the deepest team in the league. Like, we've seen guys. I mean, we've seen teams all around the league kind of get better and just become more well-rounded teams. And with them, they lost core pieces that got them there. If you watch the Nuggets last season, you know their rotation was like 7 deep, 8 deep on a good day. Christian Braun, if Michael Malone wants to throw him in, he'll throw him in. But most of the time, it's 7 deep. And they lost 2 of them 7. And those 2 were the bench guys, the most important bench guys. One of them being Jeff Green, and one obviously being Bruce Brown. I was about to say Bobby Portis, but Bruce Brown. And I don't know if they did what they needed to do to kind of bring in somebody that can replicate what Bruce Brown did, because I felt like, to me, Bruce Brown did a lot for the team. When it comes to the most important guys on the team, obviously you're going to have Jokic, you're going to have Jamal, and third, to me, I would say you will have Aaron Gordon. Before, I would have Bruce Brown. Just because how good he played with everybody and for everybody, I just think he was that important to the team. And I don't know if they did anything to kind of bring in somebody to replicate what he did. Now, some people might think it's Christian Braun, and here's why. I just don't believe that, and I think that's kind of disrespectful. Now, I'm telling you, Christian Braun's going to grow. I'm not saying he's not going to grow. But Bruce Brown did so much that Christian Braun just never showed flashes to do. Not even in high school, not in college. The flashes to be able to play make, to have some shot creation ability, to attack the rim. Christian Braun has shown flashes to attack the rim. Let me take that back. But the playmaking is most of the thing I'm talking about. Mostly what I'm talking about. Bruce Brown was just such a very good playmaker. Like, if you remember, he took the spot from Bones, because Bones just didn't really have the backup lineup. Like, he didn't have the bench. It just wasn't him. He's not really a point guard like that. He's not a playmaker. He can pass, but he's not a point guard. Bruce Brown is a point guard, but he's also a shooting guard, also a small forward, also a power forward. Like, he was just so versatile with the team. And then his role last year was to be the point guard. He became the guy that played make for everybody. At times, it didn't feel like they had a terrible bench just because how good he was. how good he played make for everybody, and then how he played with the stars. When Jamal's on, he's able to play off ball. When Jokic is on, they have an also very impactful pick and roll that they like to go to. Now you can say most of that is Jokic, but him being able to run the pick and roll with Jokic, how to know when to do the pocket passes and not, when to take the floaters and not, how to attack the rim, when to attack the rim with Jokic, stuff like that. Christian Braun has just never been able to show you that. He's never showed you that in college. So to expect him to bring in what Bruce Brown did last year with the playmaking, playing the point guard, I don't think he can do that. But I do think he can replicate Bruce Brown's shooting, and I do think he can replicate his defense. But the player of Bruce Brown, the versatile player he is, the reason why he is one of the best, if not the best bench player in the NBA. The reason why Bruce Brown got that money is just because he's so versatile. And I don't know if we're ever, and I mean ever, going to get that from Christian Braun. Now, I've been watching my boy Shy. Shout out to the drop step when he drops videos. Shout out to my boy Shy. But he's opened my eyes to Christian Braun just being more than a 3-and-D player. But I have to see that. Like, I have to, like, Bruce Brown has been doing this shit, like this versatile shit, playing the point, the power forward, the small forward. He's been doing that for the last 3 to 4 years. We've seen glimpses of Christian Braun do that, but this motherfucker's been doing it. And now, when him gone, you're expecting Christian Braun to immediately hop right into that? I don't know. I think it's going to be times where they have to play Reggie Jackson because they're going to need a backup point because Christian Braun is not ready to do what Bruce Brown did. Now, with losing Jeff Green, I think easily Payne Watson, Christian Braun, they can do what he did. No, no offense to Jeff Green. Jeff Green played very well. That's why he was very important to the team. That's why I do think he's a big loss. But these guys just do everything he do. They play above the rim. They attack the rim at times. They're smart players, good defenders, can shoot the ball. Like, they can do what he did. But losing Bruce Brown is a part. And then another part is they never had a good bench to begin with. And I feel like I've said that already. They just never had a good bench to begin with. So, looking at it now, this bench is given to those young guys, even though obviously we're going to see some of the starters play with the young guys. It's going to be better. Obviously, like, don't be dense. What I'm saying is their bench unit is not good. And for their bench unit, 2 best players to be 2 sophomores, that's not good. And that can be a part that can hurt them down the line. But they also have a very big luxury of having the best player in the league, of having the best starting lineup in the league. That's why, even though they had these same problems last year, we didn't realize it. But I felt like this offseason, if you knew the price of Bruce Brown was going to be too much, you should have went out there and just got some better core pieces to help out and round out the bench. And I don't feel like they did that. They brought back Reggie Jackson and DeAndre Jordan, 2 old guys that are just completely washed. They have Zeke Naji. We're waiting for him to do anything in the NBA. He has all the opportunity, but he just can't take it. They had a good draft. They had a very good draft. But 2 of those guys, Jalen Pickett, I believe his name is, and Hunter Tyson, obviously they're on 2 ways. They're not going to play like that. I think actually Jalen signed to the team, but they're not going to play like that. Julian, I think Julian is going to be able to play instantly, just because how elite of a shooter he is and how he can be a 3D wing off the bat. Like I said, he can also bring in the stuff that Jeff Green brought in, but still, he's young as hell. So you're telling me your bench guys, off the top of my head, Reggie Jackson, Christian Braun, Peyton Watson, Julian Strawther, DeAndre Jordan, if I'm forgetting somebody, sorry, Zeke Naji, like, their bench is god awful. But again, they have the best starting 5. So, like, this is why I'm saying I'm 50-50, because yes, they have the best starting 5, but it's way better teams out there. Not way better starting 5, it's way better teams out there. I think the Clippers have, if they're fully healthy, which that's just the shit we're gonna have to keep saying. If they're fully healthy, they have a way better team. Now, to me, I will never pick the Clippers to beat the Nuggets because Tyronn Lue has not figured out how to guard Jokic. But still, if you're picking the Clippers in that battle, if they was having a series, I would understand, because that team plus the stars can kind of replicate. The stars can replicate what Jokic and Jamal doing, and that team is just way better. We can go to the Lakers. They've made a lot of bench moves, and they might not be They might not be big, but still, they are way better than having these 3 young guys coming off the bench with DeAndre Jordan and Reggie Jackson. Like, we made moves, and we also have the top 2 and Jalen. I gotta slow down. LeBron James and Anthony Davis, and then also having the Austin Reeves. I'm about to start talking about him like he's a star too. The Warriors, they made a very smart move. To me, I feel like I'm the only ones that realizing it. They brought in Chris Paul. They got a bench with Chris Paul, Moses Moody, Jonathan Kuminga, Gary Payton, JaMychal Green. They still have a very good team. Other guys around the Nuggets, other teams around the Nuggets, better teams than the Nuggets. But the luxury of having that starting five might get the Nuggets over all 4 or 5 of those teams that I just named. So that's why I'm saying I'm stuck between saying they're gonna repeat or not. Then we're not even talking about the West. A healthy Giannis in the Bucks, I don't know. I don't think they can fuck. I don't think they can fuck with the Bucks at all. Kristaps with the Celtics is nasty, and those are only 2, obviously. But still, like, those teams over there, the East is something serious. Now facing a little bitty Miami Heat with 2 number 2s on their team, you're facing big dogs if you get to that final. So I'm gonna go out on a limb and say no, they don't repeat, but still one of the best teams. And having that starting 5 can get you a lot. It can get you far. But the whole point of this video was me saying they have to do something with that bench, because at some point it's gonna hurt. As like we've seen it plenty of times with teams. Like the Warriors had the best starting 5 last year, but at some point that bench was so god awful that it didn't matter. They were losing damn near every game on the road. With this team, they're not gonna do that, because like they are an actual team that's been playing together for years. Like Clay hasn't played with Wiggins that much. Wiggins is in and out. Steph was in and out. But like, this team's been playing with each other for about 1.5 years now. But that bench is so god awful that down the line it can hurt them. So let me know what you think about this video. Let me know what you think about the Nuggets. Like I said, I don't have them repeating, but I do have them being still one of the best teams in the league. But that bench is awful. That bench is bad. And if I'm forgetting somebody during this whole video, you can comment it, call me dumb, all that type of stuff. I'm sorry, but off the top of my head, the bench is Reggie Jackson, Christian Braun, Peyton Watson, Zeke Naji, Julian Schroeder, DeAndre Jordan, and then the 2 guys that they drafted, and Jalen Pickett and Hunter Tyson. I'm not remembering nobody else, and they still got open roster spots. They better be calling Kelly Oubre's phone. But still, like, the bench is bad, team is bad. So I mean, not the team bad, the bench is bad. So let me know what you think about this video, man. I'm gonna be out. I'm dropping another video this week. Peace out.